Heary, it's Toxic Reign Scandal. Got here, Locker Room of Wrestling News, the first edition. New thing I'm doing, new format. Gonna change it up a little bit, switch gears. Today, on the first edition of Locker Room of Wrestling News, for Locker Room News, I will be talking about all the news today in wrestling, all the gossip, all the locker room that you want to hear. More of that will come. Stay tuned. All right. So Turnbuckle King is here. We'll talk about it. Let's get into it. Let me do my intro before I begin. All right. So we'll talk about the news today. We'll share a screen and go down a list of all the news that's going on today. So, me share the screen here. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's go down the list here of what's been going on. Now, we got NXT tonight, but we'll talk about the biggest news. We'll talk about Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill says, I'm in the money making business. Why wrestle when my big check clears every week? And it says here that she's been on she left AEW, signed with WWE on September 26th, a little over a month ago. She's been making appearances, but has not been made any television appearance as far as wrestling goes. But she said this on Twitter because she is not signed to a particular brand. It says that she made it clear she doesn't need to sign as long as her big checks continue to clear. When people when people took umbrage of that, she made clear this industry. She was in this industry to make money. And this is all her tweets here. Where I wrestle, my big check clears every week. No, I'm in the money making business. And one person told her, a fan said, because this is the wrestling business, you're going to have to let your boost eventually. Is she trolling? And Booker T says, well, Booker T always say that wrestling's about checks and championships, so I ain't mad at Jade. You're worth every dollar that be spent. That's why she said Booker T is her favorite. So that's how she feels about the whole thing. Put on my music. We got some good news. Big news coming off. So let's see. So she sent these tweets out earlier this afternoon. So Jade Cargill, we don't know when she's going to be on TV, when she's going to wrestle, but she will eventually do that. And like she said, she's in to make money. You already know where that's going to go with that. She ain't about being long-term with WWE. I think she'll come in, make her buzz, make her money. Jade Cargill is going to bounce after that. She's going to pretty much bounce after that, whether you guys want to believe it or not. So we just got to keep that intact, keep that going. That's the way it's going to be with her. But she's in the money-making business. Move it along to the next story. All right. Eric Bischoff says cocaine spot in NWA. Sam Hain was stupid. People are inventing ways to screw stuff up. So he talked about the recent NWA pay-per-view Sam Hain. I saw some of it. I've been watching NWA. As you know, they're going to be on the CW network soon. So it says here, that, let's see, that Sam Hain, Father James Mitchell, other wrestlers did that appeared to be cocaine on live on the air. The spot sparked plenty of controversy, and House Arrest reported could have a negative impact on NWA's reported television deal with CW Network. Was that real cocaine or that was just fake? If that was real cocaine, then that could definitely compromise their television deal with CW Network. And speaking of CW Network, we'll talk more about that as well. I hope that's not the case here. Let's see. On 83 Weeks, Bischoff, he talked about the report. He said it's weird how despite how mainstream large it's become, how powerful it's become, still find residents weird spot television when things are just off limits. He got a point there. Excuse me. He has a point there. If you're doing cocaine on live TV, that's not going to cut it. You shouldn't be doing that anyway. That's just my opinion on that whole thing. You shouldn't be doing that. Especially if you got a TV deal in the works or close to, appearing on a brand new network. But he said, but when wrestler steps out of bounds, I don't even know where the boundaries are. I don't think anybody else does either. There's no definite right or wrong, but it's just a matter of taste and judgment at a particular point in time. Okay. And he said in this particular case, you got people doing cocaine on camera. But it's probably not real cocaine. We all know that. I already said that. But it's sending the wrong message. You use the cocaine to advance the character storyline. You got people throwing flags. I agree with Eric Bishop on that. You should not be using, we know it's not real cocaine. You shouldn't be using that on, especially a pay-per-view, to get a character over. That's going to send a wrong message to the wrestling fans and definitely to the TV networks that spend billions of dollars on these wrestling companies. So Eric Bishop got a point on that. Then he continued on stating that they're trying to find comfort in the fact that the spot was on pay-per-view rather than television. It was naive, but signing experience with television networks. It was stupid of NWA to bring attention to themselves that way, given problems with substance abuse in real life. He got a point there. Hopefully NWA learns from this and they don't do something like this no more. So they got to take heed to that and know what the consequences are if you get caught up doing stuff like that and you bring a negative impact towards your channel. So definitely, they got to definitely take heed of that. So we're going to see, moving along to the next news. Let's see what else is going on in the wrestling world. Sonny Kiss, who was formerly with AEW Ring of Honor. Sonny Kiss says, I don't plan on being a free agent very long. So Sonny Kiss is a free agent, made an appearance on Impact Bound for Glory and Carly Shot Gauntlet. And Sonny Kiss had this to say, made a vision board, and it was going to be the most liberating, inspiring things ever. Let's see. This is what Sonny Kiss has said. Sonny Kiss basically has goals. I want all the smoke when it comes to the matches, best people, best knockout, superstar athletes. If you get it, you get it. No matter what company I am, no matter who I'm wrestling, what I'm doing is going to be successful and continue to keep growing. Everything that is ever worked hard for. Kiss will reportedly be a regular with Impact going forward. So Sonny Kiss is not signed to anybody, just a free agent still, but will be on Impact. The contract with AEW expired in August, and AEW made a decision not to renew the deal. Kiss recently said that he was grateful for Tony Khan. You can find the comments. Okay, so Sonny Kiss was at Impact, Bound for Glory, but not a free agent for long. Moving along to the next thing. Let's see here. TKO, WWE, and UFC reports third quarter 2023 results, touts at $449.1 million in revenue. All right. All right, see you there, WWE. It says they have a net income of 22 million, and UFC revenue was 397.5 million. WWE's revenue from period of September 12th. That's the day they officially became TKO. That's what they're going off September 12th, the first day of the New York Stock Exchange. Through September 30th was 51.6 million. WWE's combined revenue for the period from July 1st, 2023 through September 30th, 2023 was 287.3 million. And these are the highlights of the whole thing. So they're doing good. Now I'm going to read some key notes here. UFC held 13 events with strong viewership and attendance. WWE entered a 5-year domestic rights agreement with NBC Universal for SmackDown beginning October 2024. Now, also domestic media rights agreement, because I know SmackDown supposed to go to USA Network. Okay, that's the domestic media rights agreement. WrestleMania 40 to be held at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia in April 2024. Sold out more than 90,000 tickets, which is a record in one day, which went on sale. Like I said, breaking the record of all-time gates at WrestleMania 39. So, and then they say October, UFC completed a multi-year sponsorship agreement, the biggest ever in aggregate, including cash and marketing assets, and AB InBev to become exclusive official global beer partner of UFC. Oh, that's the whole Budweiser thing, I believe. That's probably what that's related to. So that is the reportings of UFC and TKO. I'm sorry, TKO, which is UFC and WWE. Those are the third quarter results there. All right. So they're doing good. 449.1 revenue. So that's almost $500,000, which would be 500 million. So they're only going to generate more numbers as time passes along. They're going to get more, definitely get more with that. Moving along to the next story. And this is the big one I wanted to talk about. WWE NXT is officially moving to the CW network in October 2024. Sides agreed to a 5-year deal. So NXT will not be on USA Network this time next year. It will be on CW. WWE has announced that NXT will move to the CW network in October 2024 as part of the 5-year deal signed by the company and network. Here are the details here. They're making a television debut with 5 years. CW Network will become the official broadcast home of WWE NXT. The 5-year agreement marks the first time in a 13-year history that NXT, which showcases WWE's hottest and upcoming superstars, will air on a broadcast television network. WWE NXT will debut on CW Network in 2024 and air 52 live weekly events throughout the season. And here is the statement here. We are thrilled to welcome the WWE brand into the CW sports portfolio as they plan an integral role in our mission to bring live sporting events to the network year-round, said Dennis Miller, president of CW Network. WWE NXT is a perfect fit for the CW, thanks to his dynamic young talent featuring the hottest rising stars in the sport and exhilarating, unpredictable weekly events. The passion and engagement of WWE's fan base is unmatched. They got a point there. And we are eager to grow the audience as WWE NXT new home on broadcast television. So they are definitely doing their thing in NXT. And here's the rest of the PW Insider was the first to report NXT come to CW. Credit to PW Insider and also credit to Fightful Select where I'm getting this information. Credit to both of those outlets. Now, NXT has been airing on USA Network since September 2019, 4 years ago. The show originally aired Wednesday, head-to-head Dynamite, but it moved to Tuesdays in April 2021. CW was reportedly in talks with NWA, and Billy Corgan teased signing 2 separate deals with the network, but no deals were ever announced. The latest report said that the cocaine spot, that's what I just talked about a couple minutes ago with Eric Bischoff responded to it. They said that the cocaine spot at NWA Samhain could negatively affect NWA TV deal with CW, and they said they will provide more details. Here's the thing. That's a plus for WWE, but it is a big L for NWA. Why would NWA do something that's stupid? And I believe that that's weird that they was in talks of having 2 deals with a major network, reportedly CW, and as soon as you do the cocaine spot at Samhain, which was October 28th, then all of a sudden WWE signs with CW, that deal is done. I can't see both networks. It can happen, but I don't see both WWE and NWA. If they do, not 2 TV shows, but they'll probably have NWA has 1 TV show on CW. But I don't see both signing 2 deals if they got NXT. It's a 5-year deal that they have. Now, I don't say how much the deal is for. Yep, there's no dollar amount how much the deal is. But this is big for WWE NXT. My question is, will Monday Night Raw come to CW? Because there are reports saying that they may not stay with USA Network. Since SmackDown's over there, Raw may not stay over there. They said that Raw and NXT is pretty much going to be a package deal, that they're not going to stay for long. So who to say that Raw stays on USA Network, they just only keep NXT on CW, or they just take both? Because I'm thinking since NWA had 2 TV deals reportedly in the works with a major network, which is said to be CW, if they take that away from NWA and they already gave WWE NXT for 5 years, that means that second deal is going to go to Monday Night Raw. So Raw could come over there too, and I'm going to keep an eye out for that. Not only was NXT go to CW, but Raw will go over there. And another thing I want to point out, this is not the first time WWE has done business with the CW. Many years ago, SmackDown was on CW. So they have some history there. They're just doing business together again years later. But this is very, very good for WWE. They are really stepping up, especially with the PLEs, the weekly shows with NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. Now these TV deals. First, we have SmackDown moving to USA Network in 2024. Now NXT is going to CW. The only question is, where is Raw going? And I know you guys want to find out. I want to find out too. And we'll get that news sooner or later at some point. But NWA, you are some clowns if you lose that TV deal. You guys are idiots for that. You are morons. This is what you guys deserve. You don't do no cocaine spot like that, even if it was a pay-per-view. You don't do nothing like that. What is wrong with you guys? Y'all got to step it up. You got to do much better than that. But this is the deal, and they are going to CW Network. That's definitely going down. And I will be tuning in every week as NXT is tonight. Now, also, with me doing Locker Room of Wrestling News, there will be no more on this channel of weekly shows of Friday Night SmackDown. That will only be on Red Carpet Ring. That will not be on this channel anymore. I will simulcast on both channels, but I will only do it on one now. So if you want to check me out, Friday Night SmackDown, the review, my recap of the show, that will only be on Red Carpet Ring moving forward. That will not, and that's starting this Friday, as a matter of fact. It will not be on this channel and Red Carpet Ring anymore. So it will only be on one channel starting this Friday. But I will do the Locker Room of Wrestling News as I'm doing now. That's the whole thing. I will do that, and that will be maybe I'm going to try to do twice a week here, because there's some good gossip locker room news. But yeah, back to the NXT thing. This is crazy. They are silly for this. I'm talking NWA losing that deal. And it says it right here. I'm gonna highlight again. See, there was a toss with NWA. And he teased it. No deals were ever announced. It probably was an NDA that Billy Corgan signed, but the report said that the cocaine spot could negatively affect NWA TV deal. That is silly for him to do that. That's just silly for him to do that. Billy Corgan, NWA, you ought to slap yourselves for doing something stupid like that. But that's moving along. See if any other news is going on. And I believe that's it. Oh, here's another thing I'll announce. Part 2 to the NXT deal. NXT deal with CW Network comes with a 70% AAV increase. Let's see. Read the report. According to Deadline, NXT 5-year deal is more than double the $15 million a year price tag of the current contract. So that is a big increase. They Ari Emanuel, who is the chairman of TKO, he said that the earnings call of the average annual value is 70%. They will move, and they are thrilled to see WWE go to CW Sports Portfolio. And I already read this statement. Nick Khan says CW's made impressive moves over the past year with its live sports program schedule. It's truly exciting opportunity to expand NXT audience by bringing the show's broadcast to television for the first time in NXT history. Now, what they mean by that, the broadcast television, it means like a major network. Yes, NXT was on the USA Network since 2019, but that's cable TV, not broadcast television. There's a difference. So this is a very, very big move for NXT and a big move for WWE and CW. This is going to garner a lot of viewers, garner a lot more people to not only come to, CW for WWE, but they may want to check out the network for other television shows that they have broadcasted throughout the week, or maybe that same evening CW. So expect maybe a double, maybe 2 TV shows, a TV show after CW or a TV show before it. More likely, it'll be something going on. They're going to do something to get the viewers back in the mix. The CW has not made any buzz since it debuted in 2006. But this is definitely big. Definitely big. He came into my ring. CeeLo Myers, salute. Welcome to Locker Room of Wrestling News, man. Getting all the locker room gossip here. But yeah, this is crazy though. This is a big deal. 70% annual. What's it say? Annual average value. NXT is getting bigger. Also, with this news being said, don't be surprised if NXT, like they tried to do in 2019, NXT will try to become a third brand again. This thing could get big. NXT is either going to get real big or it's going to sink. Swim or sink. If it swims, NXT could be that third brand like they tried to do in 2019 and make like a real brand, just like they did ECW also back in the day. So this could be real big for NXT. They got the right storylines and the right characters and the wrestlers. Just continue that movement that they've been doing, continue that pace, and probably get more people over there. And that would definitely get people over to NXT and make it a legitimate third brand behind Raw and SmackDown. Definitely. But NXT coming over there, that is a huge deal. That's like the news of the day. Definitely the news of the day. Okay, and that's all the news I think that's going on as of right now. Let me see what's going on here. All right, that is all the news for today. If anything else happens, I'll come on here maybe tomorrow, Thursday, or later in the week. And that's all I have regarding Locker Room of Wrestling News. This is the first edition of Locker Room News. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section below and also in the live chat. Soon 2 videos will pop up. First will be the real story behind Nancy Benoit. Second will be why Drew McIntyre is leaving WWE. Until then, it is OUT.